I started taking pictures a long time ago. I started my company, Discovering Photo, in 1991. But like 23 years I've been taking pictures professionally. And I gotta say, I love my job. I have one of the greatest jobs in the world next to rock stars. I get to do things like travel and just have a lot of fun. I have a studio over in Beechwood on the other side of the world over there, about an hour east of here. We have a meeting room upstairs, a gallery display myself, and downstairs we have a studio to shoot. My work has appeared in galleries across the country, mainly here in Northeast Ohio, but we have things in Colorado, Utah, all over the place. We also sell things online, so it's good. The web has been wonderful for photographers. When I'm not taking pictures, I drive cool cars. I'm a little convertible. We do parades and stuff. You know why I do parades? Because of you. That's really the only reason. But anyways, I also like to cook. When I'm not doing things, I have a little camper. That's when I do a lot of travel. We take the camper out and just like to relax. My wife, we're both big football fans, so we like to. I was for the Super Bowl a couple years ago. My son, he's a total computer geek, big probably more than all of us combined. Working in Silicon Valley, and he actually next week he's going to visit DreamWorks. You ever heard of DreamWorks? That little company, and tell some of his software and stuff. That's pretty cool. My daughter, she's just one more quarter of nursing school. Yeah, I know. That's right. I should know. I read the checks. But anyways, there's my puppy right there, and we have a new grandson, and there he is right there. That's Jack the Beagle. One interesting thing about me, I have a gold tooth with the Superman emblem. So about me, which I'd like to share everybody. Which is really cool because I have like the world's coolest dentist, and we bartered back and forth for, I did his web pictures, headshots and stuff like that for his brochures, and I got a gold tooth with the Superman emblem. But anyways, I dress for work. And I like to hang out with celebrities all the time. That's really Tony the Tiger. I got to meet him. Nice guy. And, but the main reason I'm a photographer is because I love to travel. I like to go to cool, unique places. I was on the moon. Isn't that cool? I went to Mars. Different places. Lakeview National Park. But really, I just love to travel. So by being a photographer, it gives you an excuse to travel. It gives you an excuse to walk into the woods and do fun things. So, that's just me just hanging out and doing kind of fun things, and I got lazy. You ever seen those pictures with the stars in the big circles? Yeah, I was doing that. Just sitting there. There was beer on the other side. It's a lot of fun. And just there I am. Where's Walt out there? Just hiding there, just trying to get that shot. Doing whatever it takes, going to the edge of cliffs, driving my wife crazy. It's everybody heard of the Wave? It's a place right on the Arizona-Utah border. One of the coolest places I've ever been to. It's like going to Dr. Seuss land, and highly recommend to go there. That's California coast. You know where that is? I'll give you a hint. It's Yosemite Falls in the background. Anybody want to chime in where that is? Nobody? Yosemite. Very good. I heard that. All right. This is also Tunnel View. This is also Yosemite, but it's really made famous by who's that guy who did a bunch of black and whites, Ansel something. And, so he did a lot of pictures up there, made it very famous. Slot Canyons, California coast again, there's Being the Wave, Dead Horse Point, Glacier, and all kinds of fun places I get to do. When I'm not taking pictures, I show other people how to take pictures. So I work for people classes, I work at a school in east side of Cleveland, do some students there. So we have fun. I also, in my studio, teach classes. We have one-day classes, intro to photography, and go on into lighting and application photography. But I do a lot of weddings. I do about 20 weddings a year. I like to do something different. I like to see people up on the altar, with their hands like this. Let's put them up against the wall. Let's put them in the brewery company. Let's put them back there where they're brewing. Let's bring some lights, where there's nothing good on the outside. Let's bring some lights and just use what's available to us, just to give some beautiful looks and kisses. I just want people to look like they're having fun. And guys, if you don't know, weddings are all about the shoes. That's it. The first couple of years I was doing photography, I had no clue. What shoes? I got tennis shoes on. They got holes in them. Girls, it's all about the shoes. But yeah, it's just your backgrounds and trying to put things in there, make something personal to them, and to you, have fun, and if you're at a waterfall, you want to see where it is, that's your Grand Falls. You want to make sure you get the wide scope. Instead of going to cool places, let's show the whole place. Macro photography, right here in the lake. Some fun things. Hocking Hills. We said, were there a couple of people going to Hocking Hills? We did a location land in Hocking Hills. Vineyards in New York. Bars, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Just all kinds of fun places that we go. Even in the pouring rain. I mean, it was a really brave ride. It was the end of the night, but you want to go out there and get pictures in the rain. I said, yeah, why not? So I got to give a picture in my portfolio. I also want to do that. So, just fun stuff. But we also do bar mitzvahs. We were talking about bar mitzvahs. And pretty much everything. Throw kids up on chairs. Very fun event. And guys, if that was your 12-year-old daughter, would you be afraid? I sure was. That's not my daughter. But she said, oh yeah, she's 12. I'm like, yeah, it's weird. But anyways, and these events run from you know backyard parties to really like out the House of Blues and just really just do it upright. Also do senior pictures. This was a senior picture I taken in the cemetery when the girl called me up and said I wanted pictures in a cemetery. I'm like, oh, she's probably black hair, black fingernails, and some macabre thing. No, it was actually her grandmother was buried there. It's like a park-like setting. So, and she just found it really peaceful and nice, and there was great available light there. It was in the fall, so we got some great pictures. But instead of putting people with a big 12 or something like that, I like to go to locations, do something that's more personal for them, something more fun. So when I look back at the pictures, oh yeah, I was in the cars, I was in the horses. I love going to the lake and looking at the city of Cleveland in the background and doing something fun, more exciting. With seniors, we also do senior citizens. So that's kind of on the same lines, right? So it's kind of fun. We're modeling. This is for a place called Kind of Cool Creations, and this was their equestrian one. So these are all like very equestrian wear. And we just did one last week for them. It was all corsets. So that was kind of fun. There it is. That was last week. It was kind of like grungy. These were, I think they call it burlesque misfits was the theme of the shoot. Looks like a pretty simple picture, doesn't it? There's actually 5 strobe lights there. I had an assistant, and it's about a half-hour setup for this one picture. So the best way to make a really good picture look simple is to make it really complicated. Because we have a light here, we have a light here, we have a light spotlight there, we have a light coming here, and then you have to balance it to the background. So there's a lot when you just look at a picture and go, oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, we spent about a half-hour making it cool. And by the way, you can't play it. Even just sitting there right now. Headshots, another part of my big business. Anybody know what this guy does for a living? Banker, attorney, whatever. Who knows? I don't know. So what I like to do is put something in there that makes it so that you can tell what this guy does. What does he do? He's a musician. Good, you get a pen. You ready? Now, so the rule is, you guys could ask questions all you want. I'm not going to sit here and just lecture to you. If you have a question, you see something, I don't understand it. How did you do that? Raise your hand, and we have toys up here and gifts. So if you respond and you act, you interact with us and don't spill drinks, then it's much more than all of us. Okay. These are called like LA headshots, where you blur out the backgrounds, kind of a little vignette, and these are what the new headshots, because we do a lot of movies in this area. I do a lot of movies in this area. And they're doing that. There's an actor right there. He's a musician. Anybody know what she does for a living? You'll never guess. She's an FBI agent. I know. And she wanted to do some modeling on the side, too. And yeah, she packed it up. I thought that was pretty cool. More actors. Yeah, we get to do some fun, bar stuff, models, fitness models. Let's see what else. So we can try to, reproduce some things from the past, from the 40s. 20s. And don't worry, girls, we got pictures for you too. So it's not all about the guys. That's Kellen. He's an actor. And this is Eric. My wife was very mad that she wasn't invited to this. She'd been all over once. She said, why didn't you invite me? Look at that. It's like everybody always wanting when you got to do it. But, and there's Kellen. Some other actors. There's a guy that works out too much. We have some practice pictures. So So, you know, I think we can try to do, you know, nice, tasteful pictures. You know, it shows the belly, nice romantic pictures. Of course, when you do pregnancy pictures, what's the next thing you got to do? You got to do baby pictures, yeah. And babies are great. They're a lot of fun. Guess why this kid's smiling? Anybody know? He's peeing right there. The next picture, if I were to show you the next frame, there'd be a puddle here and then a puddle here, and that's why if you're ever shooting babies, this is seamless white. It's seamless gray paper. So that when he's done, I cut paper, I throw it away. Anytime your lambskin rod or something like that, yeah, it's going to be an expensive shoot. Never smell, will never go away. So, but look at the hair on this kid, which is amazing. But anyways, the reason I like to do babies is because you never know what you're going to get. You want them to smile, you can't tell them to smile, you can't tell them to do anything, and all of a sudden you make a silly noise and they do something like that, and go, yes, I win it, you know, and I like it. But, you know, we like to include the parents involved with it. Here's a kid that absolutely, we just wanted to get him sitting still, and he wouldn't sit still, was crying. So mom was standing there, and he started running in between her legs, and I said, here, stand over here. And then put him in front of the background, and, you know, that's a cool picture. You know, it wasn't what we planned, but, you know, you got to adapt, especially when you're dealing with kids and animals. Yeah, do some fun things, some really disgusting things. Zombies are really in now, so this is for a magazine called Pin-Up Zombie. Who would have guessed? You know, I don't know any of this stuff, but then you can get really gross. You know, you get two girls in there. But, you know, when I like to take, like, this is a real estate firm. You know, I don't want them standing in a row. Let's get together. These are fun, friendly guys. Let's put your arms around each other. Let's all smile with family pictures. Add some color to it. You know, there's a colorful family. Put some color in there. And more boudoir stuff. You know, very tasteful, very fun. And, all right, here's another one. What does this guy do? He's a principal of school. I don't know, now what does he do? He's a detective, yeah. And there he is. Now what does he do? Anything he wants, really. Yeah, he's a regional police officer, and again, he wants to get into the acting thing. You know, he's built. Look at these forearms on this guy. I mean, that's not Photoshop, that's just working out. Very cool. Album covers. This was Terrell Deshay. He went to the Olympics. He was a Clevelander, and unfortunately he didn't get a gold medal, but it's still a great honor to go to the Olympics. And like I said, we do pets. Some people come to me with pictures, and they say, you know, this is a really great picture. You know, James Dean around the row. It's a very classic picture. Could we do something like that? And I'm like, sure, why not? And there we go. So that's my interpretation of that picture. Done exactly. But it's something similar within the same mode, and that's what we call R&D. It's called rip off and duplicate. You see something you really like, you copy it. You know, just to pay homage. On Friday nights now, I'm working at the club on West 6th called Liquid, and they have top name DJs coming in there. And so, you know, just a fun, just kind of a different gig. I also do forensic stuff. I'm a certified forensic photographer, so we get to go into fun forensic stuff. Product shots. Prize. What is this? Anybody know? Got to raise your hand, shout it out. What?
Rivets.
Rivets, no! Boom, you win. There we go. You get a pen. That is actually, yeah. So anyways, this is, this whole picture right here, that chick's about 7'4". These are solid gold, and they're smaller than a human camera. But this is what macro photography is, or even micro photography. Taking a picture of a computer chip like that. More product shots, food shots. I also volunteer a lot in the area, so I work for places like the American Heart Association, American Lung Association, the Glass Foundation, and they had a run to the top of the Terminal Tower. And they had a lot of firemen and stuff like that to it. I also had a really fun one this year called the Onion Run. In February, it was 24 degrees out and it was snowing. And they had about 300 people in 100 bands running for childhood troopers. So yeah, it was a bunch of them. But along that we do interiors of buildings, bars, homes, churches, prisons. Everybody? Seven Paul, right? Just a kind of a different view, because I always like the ceiling there. So, you know, two homes, west, you know, some cool areas. Here's a really cool picture. This is Man's 24. I took this picture, and it wasn't until later when I got back, someone said, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "Who's what?" It says, "There was no one standing there." And it says, "Yeah, there is." And it looks like there's a, like, seriously, it's like a prison guard. That's not Photoshop. That's not something I did. I played with. I was taking a picture of the building, and there was one in there. But yet, there's this little thing right here, and I'm not quite sure what it is. But it looks like a guy standing there saying, "You're old." Pretty cool. We do aerial photography of the city. I love doing cityscapes, taking old buildings, some of the art around here. But what I really like to do is wildlife and nature. All that stuff pays the bills, gets me to buy all this cool equipment, but wildlife and nature really is what I really like to do. This is Mariposa, California. And he just happened to come there, and I started shooting, you see my plane. Whoa! He started just clicking away, and I said, here's the moon. And all I did was this. Turn the camera a little bit, that moon was in the shot. The first 10 pictures I took was not. What all I had to do was just relocate. So once you lose your little bit of excitement there, look around and see what else you can get. You got that picture, see what the next one's going to do. More animals, these are off the glacier. That's Yellowstone National Park. Cleveland Zoo, yeah. But the best thing about taking pictures of animals in captivity is don't have a big sign, do not feed the animals in the corner, don't have fences, just move things. This is also the Cleveland Zoo. But that could have been the Serengeti. But I waited for the right time, right location where he was, actually she was, and so that there's nothing, there's no big signs, fences in the background. Also the Cleveland Zoo. Some fun places. This is near Myrtle Beach, a red fox sleeping in a tree. I thought that was cool. Peregrine falcon. And just this is a Luna. Luna, we're down in Hockey Hills, found Luna. Good. Fake picture. It's a real picture, but you know what? It was the midday, it was a nice sunny day, and I was taking pictures. It just didn't pop. It wasn't bright, it wasn't vivid. Squirt bottle, put a little bit of warm water in there and squirt it. Get all these little water droplets here, and then all of a sudden the colors are nice, bright, and vivid. So it's not really cheating, it's just enhancing the picture. So it's a fun one. It's what? How do you like that? How do I like that? That's natural light. It's all available like that. It was just lily available light was kind of out and on, and I just put a little strip on it. More, and then some landscape photography. Arches National Park. This is Glacier National Park. They're taking this picture. Little bird just landed right there in a real shot. Anybody know where that is? Monument? Yeah, very good. Very nice place. Slot Canyons. It's a really cool place there. You get those beams of light. This is up in Nova Scotia. And this is Half Dome right here, reflecting in this little pond here at Yosemite National Park. Here we have it's Olympic National Park. Now this again is, where is that? That's Myrtle Beach. And this is right here in Cleveland. This is actually the national park. Anybody visit the national park here in Cleveland? Anybody know we have a national park here in Cleveland? I mean, it's amazing how many people don't know. It's one of the most popular national parks in the country too. Almost, I think it's number 2 or number 3 as far as visitors. First off, it's free. It's what? Number 8. I know it is. But it's amazing, and most people don't even know it. There's a place called Blue Hen Falls, and I was doing some light checks and just doing some pictures because we're going to bring bottles and stuff like that. Before the leaves really fell, so it's still a little green up there. And this fall, we had that giant storm, rain for 10 days, high winds, and so once it all cleared and settled, there's not a leaf on the tree, and I got a whole bunch of shoots. So, but I still got this picture, and if you look at this one, I made 2 pictures out of it because I just zoomed in, got another picture. So you can't just get one picture out of one area. Yeah, you move around a little bit, look at the details because there's beauty in the details. And there's beauty in slime too. That's pretty gross stuff. And more Monument Valley. Also, kind of think outside the box. And I was looking and doing things, and I looked at the reflection. This is ice. This ice was just starting to form. This is the beginning of the winter, and there were just all these little patterns, and it's just reflections of trees. And it was just really cool. We weren't there to take that picture, but that's what I ended up with. Just driving around Death Valley. This year I'm trying something new, which is infrared, which I had one of my old cameras converted, and I turned it into an infrared camera. Infrared captures more temperatures instead of colors, and I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it turns leaves white and your sky white. That's the main thing it does. And just to get some really cool effects, I'm still experimenting with it, but playing. And that's what if you're going to sell an old
the DSLR. They said, "Yeah, we'll give you $200 for it." I said, "No, it's worth $1,000 or $100. They'll pull that little filter off there, and then it's cheap." You know, here's some of the winter. We had, a couple weeks ago, we had some nice winter. You know, where the snow actually hung out on there. Just, traveling around. It's on the other end of the world. Here we have Monument Valley again, and then this is in the Slot Canyons, and they said they call this Monument Valley. It's one of the formations of the Slot Canyons. So if you look back and go back, that looks like that. Also, I like to put people through my nature pictures, and by doing that, kind of adds some personality to it. That wasn't shot. I got on this bridge, got everything all set up, and I mean, it was an absolute weird reflection. You can see here, that's a reflection. And I'm like, this is going to be awesome. And then in the corner of my eye, I see these two people canoe coming up, and I'm like, no, you're going to ruin it. And then I got the pictures from before they came to the shot, and after says, look, that adds up to it. I like it. Try some other things. We were doing a model shot in the woods, and instead of just doing all the close-ups, wide shot. We got all those woods, we got this little creek in there. It's still a nice shot. Include your surroundings. Here we're up at the lake. This is in Mentor Headlands, and look at the sky. It's a beautiful, interesting sky. So instead of adding a lot of that, I changed my focal line right here, and let's make that the center, and I added more sky. Personal choice, because this is all the same. That's kind of boring. This was kind of cool. That was kind of interesting. Just put around in your locations. Do inspirational pictures. Another thing I do, movies. I'm very active with the independent films here. Hopefully, every movie will be films that are coming here very soon. One is Captain America, and the other one is Draft Day with Kevin Costner. So hopefully, we'll find out very soon. I'm going to be working on those. But we've actually produced our own through a company called Image Line Studios. This is one called Maintenance Man, and what I do is mainly set photography. So I do the lighting and set photography, so that gives the cinematographer an idea of what things will look like in the camera. So we take that, we do lighting checks, and we also do rack focusing, so we can see what the difference is for the focus. So of course, you're looking at this and you see his expression of face. We do that same thing with the cameras. There's pretty gross blood, but this was a slasher movie. Can you tell? But this is all like set photography, and then we can use these for promotional stills later. Back at the DVD, on the website, IMDb page, more movies. And then, now this was one where we wanted the candlelight to illuminate her face. Well, it did. I mean, it wasn't that much. So we put a little flashlight back there to illuminate her face as she was walking. Let me see that mysterious ghost in the background. But mainly lighting checks. Here's some behind the scenes. Some of the movies, we did the premiere for Avengers, that was last year. And here's some other independent 48-hour film festival we participated in. Here's another one I produced called Bloody Mary. And this is actually all filmed in my house. This was for a DVD that had 6 Halloween featurettes in it. So this was a short, about 12 minutes long. And it's the story of Bloody Mary. So there's one promotional stills for that. And then the last one we're working on, we're in post-production right now, is for Beautiful Sin, which is a love story. And I got to be an extra. Look at that, there's me. I don't play the love interest anymore, I played the dad. The good-looking girl, But just a fun love story. And got some press coverage for it. But what we're really going to talk about is to get everybody find out what you know about digital photography and to kind of give you some pointers on digital photography. How many people here are Canon people? How many people are Nikon people? Okay, and how many people are other? That's pretty good. So it looks like we're a lot of Canon people. I'm a Canon guy. I've been a Canon guy since my very first camera in A1, and then went on to all the film cameras with Canon, and then went on to Canon Digital. And I'm also a total PC guy. And how many Macs are here? How many PCs? Yeah, PCs are cool. I don't know. People who like say, oh, Macs are the only thing for digital, all digital photographers is Macs. It's not true, really. if you talk to all your friends who are photographers, oh yeah, I'm this guy. And it's, you know, it's whatever you like, whatever you're comfortable with. Canons and Nikons are both equally great cameras. And the best way someone says, what should I buy, a Canon or a Nikon? I tell them pretty much just pick it up, feel it, take pictures with it, look at the menus, go through everything. One will feel better, two. Doesn't matter which one it is, that one's more comfortable. Whichever camera you're comfortable with, you can find all the buttons and settings quicker. That's the camera you want for yourself, because you don't want to put it on that green square of death. You know, that is, you know, the auto mode. You don't want to put it on there. You want to put it to the manual mode. And that way you can be creative, you can learn, you can have fun. And that's really the only way you're going to get better. And, you know, tell the camera what to do, tell it what you want to see, instead of letting it make all the decisions for you. But anybody here still shoot film? Nobody. All right. See, in the past couple of years, it's more people are zero film. But that's kind of a good thing. Digital cameras are just fantastic. There are pros to digital photography. First off, there is no film. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to ship it. You don't have to take it to the airport. There's no processing. The first thing you do, you take a good picture, you turn around and show your face. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Great. I love it. And then what do? Then you type a couple buttons, you put it on your Facebook page, so you can share it real easy. You don't have to print, like, you know, you used to get a roll of 36. You print it all 36. And like, you got 4 good ones. Like, oh man, it's really like $6, $10, whatever. And so now you get that 500 pictures that you take now, because it's digital, doesn't matter. And what do? You print just the ones you like. You know, if you print them at all, you just put them on Facebook or put them on, you know, put them on your tablet and you go, look at my pictures, you know. No, it's not much anymore. It's dying. Let's see, what else? Easy to share, no negatives. Remember those negatives? You scratch one, you took it to a lab, there was a piece of dust in one of the carriers, you got a big scratch in every one of them. That doesn't happen anymore. You don't have to worry about dust anymore, except for on your sensor. The quality is absolutely amazing these days. You know, my new camera's a 22+ megapixel camera. It's awesome. You have metadata. That's, for me, that was the greatest thing, because when I went out to film, I went on location, I took pictures, and you know, I bracket, I do different things and experiment, because it didn't have that little monitor on the back to look at it anymore. So I made notes. I had a notepad and I wrote, okay, what did I do? I shot it at 60th of a second at 2.8. Cool. I know, you know, and then I could look back and go, oh, this image 14 was that worked for me this time. And then I could share it with my friends. Hey, you're going there. You know, I got this great image. This is what I did. It's full sun. You'll get a perfect image. Now, all that information about every picture you take, whether you take it with a cell phone, whether you take it with a big fancy camera, it's called metadata. That'll tell you when you took it, how you took it, all the settings of your camera. I'll probably tell you more things about your camera than you really know. Serial numbers. Even nowadays, the GPS will tell you exactly where you took it. So, I mean, that's good and bad. You have adjustable color balance now. Before, you had tungsten and daylight film. You had 2 kinds of film. So I just had 2 cameras. One with indoor film, one with outdoor film. Nowadays, you flip a button and you go, oh, I'm indoor, I'm outdoor. Oh, it's kind of cloudy. Let's see, let's go to cloudy mode. I'm an open shade, let's go to open shade. There's all fluorescent lights here. What am I going to do? Let's put 2 fluorescent lights. Now, there's one good feature with you know, these automatic features with cameras. The auto light balance looks pretty good most of the time. But if you know you're going to all be shooting flash, you're outside all day, go to the manual ones. It will be better. Another thing, you can get a 32 gig hard drive, $20, class 10 best. So there's no excuse not to take a lot of pictures. You know, it says, oh yeah, you know, I didn't have enough room on my memory. What? You know, you got one of those little 1 gig cards anymore? You know, 32 gigs, $20. No excuse. You spend $1,000 on a camera, spend $20 on a card, and have another one in your pocket. I mean that's 1,000 pictures right there with my camera. So I can take 1,000 pictures, you know, why not? But there's bad news too. These cameras are really expensive. They go obsolete very quickly. You have to do a lot of post-production before you just hand it to the guy in the lab. And you can take care of everything. You got the picture that, oh, it's beautiful. Now, you look at it on the computer screen, everything is kind of, you know, green. What is that? All those fluorescent lights. Now you have to correct for that before you send it to the lab. You have to do more stuff to it. Files can still be lost or deleted. Or if your hard drive, you put everything on your hard drive crashes, they're gone. That's why you always have to back stuff up. Negatives, you know, you have one copy and that got destroyed, you're done. Digital copies, you can take that digital copy and make another one. And it's exactly the same. It's not any less quality. So you make a backup. So you never work on, you know, your original files. You make a backup of all the files right when you shoot them, and you look at your copies. And then you know, you get a good picture that you like, and that's what you print. It's awesome. Another bad thing, copyright. You put that picture on Facebook, you know what? Facebook owns it. And you know what? You're gonna sit there and right away and go, that's awesome, and put it on your page. And then someone else is gonna take it from you. So you never know where your picture's gonna go, how they're gonna end up. So if you see a lot of my pictures, they have little tags on the bottom, I pull them off on Facebook for a presentation, or I export it for that. But yeah, you gotta be careful where you put your pictures, how you put them up, because people will take them. And I'm pretty good at Photoshop. I can remove just about any watermark. So if I really want your image, and I want it to look like it was copyrighted, I can't pull it off. And if I can do it, anyone can. So yeah, that's one thing you really gotta watch out for.
So is there no way to prevent that?
Is what?
There's no way to prevent the...
Zero. There is no way to prevent it. Because plus when you sign the agreement, you say, I agree on Facebook, it says that, yeah, that they own all the images. Now, they don't really want your images, but they don't want to be sued when you take my image and copy it, and then someone else copies it, and, you know, I find out that, you know, 3 generations back, you know, there's my picture. How did he get it? I'm suing Facebook. Well, no, Facebook owns your image. So that, but it's not because they want it, it's just so that they're, you know, to save litigation. But they can, if they want to use it for advertising or promotion, they absolutely can use it. You give them the right when you upload it to them. But it's not that big of a deal. You know, that's why you don't want to put, you know, your best picture, and you want to load it up at a low resolution, 72 DPI, no higher, because then you may be able to print it, but it's going to look like crap. You can put it on your screensaver or something like that. But I mean, sensor dust. It's bad because some of the older cameras, newer cameras have self-pointing sensors. Older cameras or sealed cameras, like a lot of point shoots are sealed. If you get dust in there, that piece of dust is going to get in every single picture you take. You know, and it's right, you know, it's a big one right there. Every picture you take, it's going to see there. You may not see it for a lot of pictures, but if you take a picture of a nice blue sky, you'll see little dots in there. That's what that is. That's it'll be on every one of your pictures. I got these things. You know, moms will know it as a snot sucker. I know it's a turkey baster, but it's a fun little handy thing. And you know, this is actually one for photographic. Things are only $10. They're not very expensive, but you spray that in there, that'll get rid of most of your dust. You ever see compressed air? Never put that anywhere near your camera. First off, it lets out some propellant that will ruin your camera. It's like an oily thing, so it'll get on your mirrors or on your sensor, it won't come off. Also, it's very high pressure, and it'll put dust in places you can't get it out unless you take your camera apart. So never use that. Use something like this. If that doesn't work, there's sensor swabs. You got to be really careful, because if the mirror happens to come down on it, you're sending the camera. You know, it's not that. Things to know about backup, about memory cards. That's what everybody takes. They take some sort of memory cards, SD, CF cards. Always back your stuff up. Don't have it just on your laptop computer. If I drop this laptop computer, those images are absolutely gone. They're ready to come back. So I would make a backup and copy of everything. You can do it on CD, not recommended. Get it in the hard drive. There's also cloud. Everybody can upload your pictures. If you have, like me, 10 terabyte worth of pictures, you can't do that. So what you do is you have backups and backups. You have in 2 different locations. Put a safety deposit box with it, but hard drives are the best way to store it. CDs and DVDs, they don't have a limited lifespan. So if you burned a bunch of DVDs about 15 years ago, just put them in there, see if they work. You'll be surprised what they have. Formatting cards. Once you're done, you copied your pictures onto your computer, you backed them up. All right. Then you want to format your card. You always want to format your card inside of your camera, because that formats it to the format for your Canon camera. You're not got your Olympus. That's the way it works, and that way it'll work much better, and you'll have less problems with cards failing. Another thing is never fill your card up. If you see you're getting, I got 10 pictures left, pop it out, put the next one in, because your card actually works as a buffer memory. So it writes to it and then makes a file. And if there's nowhere to put buffer memory, it may put fragmented files on there, and then when you put it in your computer, it goes, what is that? I don't know what that is, and you can't read that card anymore. So that'd be another way to correct your card. Never remove your card while it's writing. You ever see that little red light that's on there? While it's writing, never take your card out. Don't take your battery out. Don't turn your camera off. Most cameras, if you turn it off, it'll keep going anyway. battery up, it won't. First, that's the easiest way to corrupt your card. That's like opening the back of your camera with the negatives. Same thing. I mean, very hard to get them back, very expensive. That's pretty much it. How many people here shoot RAW? Couple. How many people know what RAW is? Yeah, same people. Everybody else doesn't. How many people shoot JPEG? All right, everybody else just doesn't know, right? They're basically two different formats. So you can shoot some cameras will shoot TIFF. Not too many, but basically it's JPEG and RAW. JPEG is a compressed file that you can look at immediately. You can put it on your computer, put it on Facebook, all that kind of stuff. You can look at a RAW file, just what it sounds like, it's raw data. And you have to turn it into an image somehow. And that'll be with some sort of software. If you have a camera that shoots RAW, it always comes with a RAW converter that'll turn it into a JPEG for you. But the good thing about RAW is, first off, it's a bigger file. You make a mistake, the color balance is off, you can adjust it. I mean, this is just a raw data in your picture. You can bring back more highlights, more shadows, and it's like a digital negative. So if you want to go back to that picture, you always go back to the RAW file. The other thing is, you can't ruin the RAW file because it's a read-only file. So when you make any changes to that RAW file, it creates a separate file with all the changes. So you have your real file, which is all your data, and then you have your changes. And you can have 10 different changes. So if you want to make that picture black and white, you want to make it color, you want to do anything you want, you can. And then you have just those different saved changes. But the original file is never changed. Now with a JPEG, if you don't make a copy of it and put it somewhere safe, and you start modifying and saving that file, first off, if you make a mistake, you can't go back. That file is gone. Okay? So that's why I always make a backup copy. And that's really, I mean, it's really important if you use like Photoshop or something, you always make all your changes and saves to a copy or a layer, a different layer of it. So you save your original picture there, you make all your changes to copies. Another thing, every time you save a JPEG file, it recompresses it. So it makes it smaller. So you make a change and you save it, makes it smaller. Save it. So if you do 15 different changes, that image will look different. It will look not as good, it will be smaller. Even though I didn't change anything with the background. But now it keeps on compressing it, making it smaller, smaller, smaller. So when you make those changes and save it, you're ruining that file. So it's all about how many pixels you have and how many good pixels. So
you're not talking about the number of changes to a JPEG file. You're talking about the number of times you save.
That's correct. If you make just a small change, just the smallest change, and then you save it, it's going to recompress it. Or then you go, oh, I forgot. I want to, there's a little dot there. I want to, clear out that little thing in the sky. You save it again, it compresses it again. So every time you do that, you're losing data.
So if you did all 6 things at one time and saved it,
that's right. That's why you want to limit you want to do your changes, save it. So, I mean, I could, if I'm doing a picture of a portrait of somebody, if I take red eye, take care of the red eye, I would take care of, I would take care of the sky, the background. Then I would hit save, then I would export it. But if you see, do a change, save, do a change, save, every time you save it, you compress it. So. How do you do that? They're usually setting an estimate, usually the size. It'll say what file type, and then it'll have size. So it'll be like large, medium, small, and then there's fine. Depending on your camera, everyone is slightly different. That's the easiest way. But now with raw files, you have to actually process them. You have to do something with them. Best program for that is Lightroom. I use Lightroom. I had Photoshop for years, ever since like Photoshop 3, and I went all the way through it. 5 years ago or so, they came up with this program called Lightroom when digital started becoming very popular. And it's mainly for processing. What I use it for is for processing raw files, because you can batch process. I shoot 1,000 pictures. I load all 1,000 pictures in. I can look at all 1,000 pictures, and I can make changes to one of them. These 5 pictures are pretty much the same. I highlight all of them, boom, make all the same changes to them. And then I export it out. I export it as a JPEG or a TIFF or anything like that. But that still raw file is still exactly the same, untouched, unharmed. But now there's a little file next to it, an X file. Those have all the changes, and I can make as many changes as I want, and it won't affect that one. And everybody's heard of megapixels, right? And the more, the better. So if you have a 22 megapixel camera, it's much better than a 16 Here's my daughter's camera. Man, this is a 14 megapixel camera. Okay, 79 bucks. Pretty nice. Here we have my own Mark II. This is 8.6 megapixel camera. All right. Which one do you think takes better pictures? Yeah, this one takes a lot better pictures. Because not only the size of the sensor, not only the size of the number of pixels that it captures, also has to do with the quality of the sensor, the size of your sensor, and the way it is interpolated and turned into a picture. All those things. So when you see the cell phone has 8 megapixels, but your pictures come out really crummy. Why is that? It's a crummy sensor to a really small thing. So it also has to do with sensor quality and sensor size. So everybody hears about crop sensors and all that. They always talk about, oh, that's a full frame camera. Ooh, that's really cool. That's what a full frame camera is. That just means it's the same size as when we had film. It's the same plane size as a 35 millimeter. Okay, this camera right here, full frame, big sensor. You go to Canon's, this one right here, it's a crop factor of 1.3. That means it's 1/3 smaller. Okay, and then you go to the Nikon's, and there it's a 1.5 or a 1.5. So that's 50% less area than the full frame. So you're collecting, even though they're the same number of pixels, they're both 12 megapixel cameras. These are bigger, better pixels than this one is. And then you go to the Canon's, which is 1.6. Some of the Olympus cameras, it's half the size, you have half the area on there. And then you go to like the point and shoots. That's how big your sensor is. So that's how big the sensor is on this camera as opposed to that. Okay, so you can see there's quite a difference. So it's not only that number, it has to do with the quality of the pixels, quality of the sensor, and the quality of how it's processed. Now, it's like the crop sensor, obviously full sensor is better. Well, it is, but you get some advantages with these crop sensors. So, for example, if I was to take a picture of this beautiful landscape here, and I had a crop sensor, and I had a 100 millimeter lens on it, okay, that crop sensor actually adds another 50% to that lens. So that 100 millimeter lens, it's a 150 millimeter lens now. And I can zoom in that mountain a lot better. That's great. So if you have a 200 millimeter lens, it's 300 millimeter lens. Right. So it adds. So you're better on your telephoto pictures. Problem is when you want to do why I want to take a picture of this whole room, okay? And I have my 24 millimeter lens. And I'm looking at it. And wow. You know, and I put my full frame here. I got it. Then you put the one of the crop sensors in there. And say, man, I'm only seeing this. They're both 24 millimeter lenses. Why am I cutting out? It's because there's your crop. You're bringing in, so you're losing all of that area. So it's good and bad. So you get more out of your telephoto, less out of your wide. The most important thing you have to know about photography is way back in the film days, and even today, it's the same thing. It's called exposure. How do you get that image on there? You have to get proper exposure. And so you have 3 different things. It's called an exposure triangle. You have 3 different factors. You have your ISO, which is the sensitivity of your film or sensor. You have your shutter speed. That's how long the light is allowed to hit that sensor. And then you have your aperture, which is how big the hole is that lets the light in. Okay, and those 3 things all together make up your exposure. They work all together, and if you change one, you got to change another. Each of them have a different effect on your pictures. For example, aperture changes your depth of field. How much is in focus? Whether it's a little bit, whether if I want this whole room in focus from this table to that back wall, or I just want these business cards in focus and everything else out of focus. You do that through your aperture. And we're now all photographers, so we can make that decision. We're artists. So we can say, gosh, I want everything in focus. I want a little bit of focus. If you shoot that green square of death, the camera makes that decision for you. It says, well, there's this much light coming in here. I think he wants a 60th a second. I think he wants about a 5.6. It'll make that decision. So I don't want that. I want everything in focus. I want to shoot this at f11 at a full second. I can make that decision, but I need to try that. But anyways, back to this. We have these are different holes, the sizes of how much light is allowed in. You know, it's a 1.8. That's a lot of light in. 2.8. These are all in stops. And a stop is a measure that is half around the block. So you have 1.8 go to 2.8. Half as much light comes in exactly. When you go from 2.8 to 4.0, again, half as much light. Now the numbers aren't half, so they don't go by halves, but it's still still, it's a mathematical formula, and they're actually fractions. So that's why you have the math there. So that's why the bigger whole is the smaller number, and the bigger number is the smaller whole. You notice that? So it's actually a fraction. So this is like 1 over 22, which is a smaller number than 1 over 1.8. That's the way I kind of remember it. And also, the more depth of field you have, you want more depth of field, you have a higher number, less depth of field, lower number. So that's kind of mentally how I think of this. How does that work in practicality? Big prize. What is this? What is it from? Anybody know? This is from a movie and a TV show. What? You win! You get stainless steel bottle opener. It'll last you forever. You're on a roll here, man. That's 2. See, everybody's got to speak up. I know. You see, you're answering the question. Yes, this is actually the screen used from the TV show Dark Shadows. Dark Shadows. And then that's the movie after that. And then they came out with last year, Johnny Depp redid the movie. And in all the promotional pictures they had a cane similar to this. And wasn't in the movie though at all. But this is the cane that Barnabas Collins was walking. So anyways, shallow depth of field. What do we have? We have the dog's head in focus, but the back here is totally out of focus. Even as far as like the jawline here, out of focus. And this is a 2.8. Let's go to 5.6. All right. Well, you can see a little more detail here, a little more depth of field. More things are in focus. Let's go to f16. Pretty much everything is in focus. You see the bezel right there, the whole shaft of the cane, all in focus. So that's what happens when you increase the number. You have f16, you get more things in focus. Another example here is that I focus right here. Okay, shot at 2.8. Everything around that is out of focus. And I go to f16. Boom. Didn't change anything else with the camera. Now everything is in focus. Where does that come into when you're shooting pictures? I mean, that's great for doing that. Here's a landscape. This is in Lakeview Park, Virginia Falls. And I walked in there and said, wow, that is incredible. And I looked down and said, oh, wow, there's great detail. There's a little bit of green here. This is all important. I want this in focus. Yeah, giant particle, that's awesome. I want that in focus too. And I see, the green, so I want all of that in focus. What did I shoot this at? Maybe. Approximately. Sure, whatever. High, right? F16, F22, whatever. I wanted to, whatever I saw would capture everything in focus. So everything from 3 feet away from me to 100 yards away is in acceptable focus. What about this right here? This is a picture that didn't work it. And the ground was dirty and dead leaves on it. There was nothing pretty about that background. So what do? I shoot at a shallow depth of field, probably 2.8, and then I got rid of all of that background and left the flower perfectly shot. So that's where you could use it, in practicality. Another thing is to change what you're looking at. So here is the shallow depth of field, and I focused here, and then the same is out of focus. But I can change it by just focusing on the gun and putting it in. Kind of changes it, but these are ways to be creative with the computer. You choose what you want to focus. I guarantee you, if you went with manual, everything. Or if you went with automatic, everything would be focused. The next thing we talk about is shutter speed. Now that is how long the light is allowed to hit, either the film plane or your sensor. So when you look at it, all right, this pinwheel at 250th of a second, it stopped. So by looking at that picture, if it was moving, it would have froze the action. But by looking at that, can you tell if that was moving or not? You can't. All right, you're just assuming that it was stopped or it froze the action. Here, at a 30th of a second, you're going to get a little bit of movement. That's cool. I mean, it shows that this was spinning, it was captured, while it was spinning. Or you can go to a full second and get wow, you get a little pinwheel effect. It looks like it's moving fast. So that's a creative way of changing what you see by adjusting your shutter speed. Picture of race car. How fast is that going? Anybody know? 116? Or what? 120? 120? You can't tell, can you? It's frozen. It's a stop. How do you know? Could it be parked right on the parking? It could be parked right there. I can't tell. So to do something a little more fun, you add a little bit of blur to it. So this is a technique where you pan with with it. So I'm moving the same speed as that race car, so the background of the race car is nice and sharp.
You can also do it with things coming at you, where I'm moving and moving at the same rate as the car.
I didn't take this picture of it. It was just a good example.
But, you know, where someone is moving with that car, and so the car is in focus, and the background is just popping out. So it shows motion. You can tell that car, see the wheels are all blurry.
You can tell that car is actually moving.
It was a slow shutter speed.
Where I use it is mainly for shooting water, because I love shooting water. So
I went to this place in
Yosemite National Park,
and I saw this beautiful cascading waterfall here. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And I took this picture, and I'm like, well, you know what? That doesn't fit what I feel, because I was hearing birds chirping and just nice and peaceful. And I had this whole sense in my mind what this picture should be. And this is loud, it's powerful, it's angry, and that's not the way I thought about it. So I increased the length of my shutter speed from going to 250 per second to 60 per second. And it's like, oh, cool, that's a little bit better. I like that. You know, it's a little calmer, a little better for me. And then I added it to a 30 per second. It's a little bit longer. And I make this really cool cotton candy effect. Now it's nice and quiet, it's peaceful. Now I can hear the birds chirping. Now I'm getting into it, I'm enjoying it. So now what I do is I recompose my picture, and it's rocks at the bottom, I frame it in here with some other rocks, and that's my final image. But what I wanted to do was figure out how fast that water was moving, what effect I wanted. Because it's my picture, right? It's not the camera's picture. So I wanted to be creative and come up with something I wanted for it. Another example, this is a place called Triple Falls, Lakeview Park. And this is 250 per second. And it's every little drop in here. That's loud, that's angry. That's not what this place really looks like. It is beautiful, it's peaceful. And so, using a long shutter speed, I was able to achieve that peaceful look. You gotta use a tripod because, you know, even in bright sunlight, this is, you know, I don't know, probably a 2-second exposure and in bright sunlight. So there's a couple things you gotta do. It's not just, oh, I want, you know, a longer shutter speed because it'll be blown out because you're letting so much light in. You have to change a couple things. So with this, I had to shoot, let's say f22. Still too bright. What do you do then? Neutral density filter. That's right. I always have a neutral density filter with me, or I have a polarizer. A polarizer filter will add about a stop and a half to it. So then I look at it and say, why don't you use an F16 at, you know, correct, and so the exposure was correct, and long enough to get, you know, that cascading cotton candy effect. And so that's how it happens. You also have one more thing. You have your ISO that you can work with too. We'll talk about that in a second. But if you run several seconds, it'll turn water into like mist. And if you do 30 seconds or more, it almost looks very misty. This is over in the coast. And these are some waves crashing in, very violent, very loud. And these do, you know, 30, 40, 50 seconds. And all of a sudden it turns into this very peaceful, misty looking thing. And this was almost pitch black when I took this picture. ISO. All right, anybody know what that stands for? Yes?
That's your film speed.
That's the film speed. What does ISO stand for? International Standard Organization, or something like that, right? Right? It's an organization that just sets standards for things. So that's how they came up, so that all cameras, whether they're Canons, Nikons, whatever, their ISO, that standard is the same. So that's how they came up with that. But this is your scale, and cameras go anywhere from 50, that's 6,400. The newer cameras now do 256,000 ISO. So you can take pictures in almost complete darkness, which is really cool. But as you go higher that scale, you also lose quality, you lose color saturation, and you gain noise. So the best is to shoot it as low as you can go, 1,500. It's less sensitive to light. So it wouldn't be good for inside. If I was shooting inside, you want to shoot 400, 800. But if you shoot 100, much better. And you gain noise as you go up. Those cameras now, they're pretty safe to shoot with. That's how vivid they are, they're bright. And then as you go up, they start losing their vividness and kind of almost looks very flat. Not as punchy. That's kind of what happens with the color saturation. As you go up the ISO scale. Also you gain grain. So when you shoot 100, that's the perfect picture right there. No grain, good solid blacks there. And as you go up, you slowly but surely start losing the quality, and you see a lot of noise, maybe in the dark areas. And then by the time you get to it's 120, it's 129, but it should be 128,000 ISO. You get a lot of grain, you see the colors emerging, and it just doesn't look as good. But if you are in total darkness, they say you can't use a flash, that image is better than no image at all. So you always want to see if you can get that image and keep your ISO to the lowest number, meaning like 100, 200, 400, and then look at your other numbers before we move to this, because this will make a great image. Then you also have metering with your camera to figure out how to adjust your exposure. Yeah, meter. There's several different kinds of spot metering, center weighting, average weight metering. So basically what that means is that the camera will take a reading from just the very center pixels. It'll look there and go, okay, we're going to get a light reading just from there. That's good if you know what you're pointing at. If you point at something too dark or too light, it's going to throw everything off. So they came up with something called center weighting. So it takes the center and the surrounding pixels, and then we'll average those out. But if you really don't know what you're doing, maybe it's better to use average. And it takes an average of pretty much all the pixels within your viewfinder. It pays more emphasis to the center, but that's, that's what will happen. Here's a picture I took of a bride. Pretty nice, huh? Everybody like it? I'm a professional photographer. I did a great job. No. Why? Because I used the light meter in my camera, and what did I do? I put it right on his black tuxedo. And if I see black, my light sensor, my light meter sees black, it's going to go, oh, there's no light coming in here. I better open it up and let more light in. That's what Scott wants. He wants more light because it's too dark. And of course, that's not what I want. He thought he was smarter than me. So I looked at that picture and go, oh, I know I did. I put the spot meter right there, and when I adjusted my camera, it was too light. What did I do? So then I moved it over and I put it right under the white dress. Then what did I do? It's like, wow, look at all this light coming in. Scott, you don't want all that light. Let me shut this down for you. And it did, and I'm like, oh man, that's not what I wanted either. So what did I do? I got a perfect image because I found something in the area that was an average tone. Doesn't necessarily mean it was a certain color, but an average tone. And the average tone where everybody's looking for is 18% gray. 18% gray is the average. All your light meters are set to 18% gray. Kodak came up with this 100 years ago, and they said that if you took an average of every color in this room, it would be 18% gray. So that's what they're going to make all light meters go to. Because in general, if I took a picture and I included all these colors right here, yeah, that probably worked as an 18% gray. But I'm kind of weird and I use a spot meter. So I want to put it right on something, boom, I want to put it on a skin tone. Because you know what? Most skin tones are about 18% gray. If you look at here, white, it's gray pavement. That's 18% gray. Even this building right here, that's about 18% gray too. But not white, not black. So you want to find a more average tone. The best thing I always do when you're out in nature, green grass, almost perfect 18% gray. You know what else is? The palm of your hand. You always have this with you. All right, most of you. All right. All right. Just want to check, make sure. But you always have this with you. There's normally green grass or something that is neutral. And the other thing you always do is bracket. Nowadays, how many pictures do you take? 1,000 pictures. No excuse not to maybe just bracket your pictures. Bracketing is where you take a picture. I think this is right. Then you go, well, maybe it's a little off. So you open up the shutter a little bit, and you let a little more light in. Just go a little bit longer or go a little bit less. You can take 4 or 5 pictures of the same scene. That way one of them is definitely going to be perfect for you. That's what I used to do. There's a whole bunch of information in your viewfinder. And so when you look in there, it's like, wow, that's really confusing. But it's really not. It's not that bad. Most of it is, it tells you what you're doing. It says you're in focus. That's the kind of exposure you're going to get, whether it's center weighted, average. Here's your battery life. These are all your focusing sensors, and it's also where if you set this as your center of focus, this will be your center, and that will be your center of where the light meter is going to be from most of your cameras. This will just be your shutter speed, your aperture, and number of pictures you take, and your flash. Most of you have this on the top of your camera, and these are all the different modes that you can shoot it. You have your automatic depth of field, which is something that I have never used, but it's kind of cool. So that if you want two things in focus, you're taking a picture, and I want this in focus and this. I put it to auto depth of field. I focus on this first, then I focus on that second, and then the camera will automatically tell you what your aperture needs to be to get both of those things in focus. Pretty cool feature. You also have a depth of field. Most cameras nowadays have a depth of field preview. You have to tool up and down your lens, and if you hit that, everything goes dark. You go, what the hell's going on? Everything went dark. Well, if you look really carefully, that'll tell you things will go into focus and out of focus when you hit that, because that'll give you what the camera will really see. Because when you look through your camera, it's open all the way. So things may not be in focus when they actually are, because they want you to get as much light so you can see to focus and crop your picture the way you want it. So that's what they do. So some of the other things, you have manual. That's what I do. I'm a total manual guy. You have AV, which is aperture priority. That means that you have your aperture. I want everything at F8, that it's sharp, and then the camera will adjust your shutter speed for you. T stands for shutter priority. Anybody know why it's T for shutter priority? Time, yeah, that's it. And nowadays they put the S on there because most of us don't understand it. And what does that do for time? Actually, it's how long. So you can say, I want everything in the 60th of a second, because you really can't hold anything longer than a 60th of a second. Even if you're really good, unless you lean up against something every time, you're going to have camera shake at anything more than 60th of a second. So you want to try to keep it to 60th of a second. So I'm going to set my TV or shutter priority 60th of a second, then the camera will decide what the aperture should be. You have a program which does almost everything for you. You can still change the proportions of your values. And then you have your green square of that, which is where the camera chooses everything for you. You have no say. It'll turn your flash on, it'll change your ISO, it'll do all those things you don't want it to do. You still may get pretty good pictures, but it won't be as creative. It may not look like what you want it to, as far as the depth of field, or blurring backgrounds, or whatever. You have macro mode, which usually just shallows your depth of field. You have landscape mode, which, what do you think that does? That maximizes your depth of field. That'll give you the largest depth of field with the amount of light that you have. Sport mode does the exact opposite. What it'll do is, for the sports, if you want to capture, people are running, they're moving around for sports, right? So that'll give you the highest shutter speed you possibly can with the amount of light. Then there's night portrait mode, but these are some of the basic functions that you have. And this shows some of the items where you may have, the auto manual, and there's the S. There's all these special functions as far as your cameras and stuff. We know what this is? If you're using manual or automatic modes, you may see this, but this is if you're taking that picture and you have your spot meter, you find that it's too dark. This will compensate. This is your exposure compensation. It's normally the wheel right next to your finger, and you get boosted up a little bit. You can tell again, well, that's pretty close, but I want a little more light. I want a little less light. That's your exposure compensation. Just have one for your flash or your internal flash. For that too. Really important thing on the back of your camera. This is the greatest invention. Histograms. Everybody has one on their camera. Everybody should nod yes. This will tell you graphically how good your picture is as far as the exposure. So you're right here in the middle. That's pretty good. You have your shadows on the left, and on the right you have your highlights. In the middle your midtones. Now it doesn't matter how high it goes. That just means there's a lot of that particular color. Whether it's here, there, it doesn't matter. This means there's a lot of pixels in that particular color range. But what you want to try to avoid is hit either one, because once you get here, you're losing detail in your shadows. When you come to this end, you're losing detail in your highlights. For example, you took this picture here, it's overexposed. There's going to be things that are white. That bride, her dress fell about here on that graph. You don't want that. You want to see the detail in the front dress. You pay attention. This would be a fairly good histogram. here, this is under it's shifted too much. On a typical picture, when you take it, this is the info. You hit your info button once you bring your picture up, you'll get all this info. Tons of information. First of all, you get a little just a picture. That's good at 60 per second at 5.6. I used AD, I used center weighted average, I used auto light balance, I shot it from raw. This is a picture 163 on 197 that I shot. That's my file size. At the time, the date, there's no color space. These are my settings as far as it's on standard. ISO, this is my actual file name, because this number here, that's just the number of pictures I took, that's not the file name. So if I wanted to write down, make a note, that's an awesome picture, I want to write to that. That would be 101-1577 on my CM part. So there's a lot of information out there that you have. Now, in the old days of film, I wrote all that stuff down. What does it say? Another thing you have to worry about is color balance. These cameras are amazing because they'll go to pretty much any color balance you want. And a lot of them, you can fine tune it, or if it's still a little blue, you can fine tune it and to bring more of the color to what you see it is. Frames are amazing because in here, you know, when you go outside, things have a bluish cast. When you come inside with tungsten lights, things have a brownish cast. But you don't see that with your eyes. Your eyes kind of look at something and, oh wow, automatically compensates for it, which is really cool. Cameras don't. They see what it is and you're done. So you have all these different settings. And so you can use daylight, shade, cloud, and the pictures are pretty self-explanatory. You can probably figure that out. But what it really does is everything is done in a degrees count from 0 to 10,000. 10,000 degrees count is bright blue sky. So if you get out here, the sky right here, you can see flash at 5,500. That would be correct. But if you look at daylight, that's an overcast day. Noon is white. That's how it came out. And white gallons and then maybe 5,000. That's the white tones. And then you get smoke lamps and candle lights. That's more into the other tones. This is my assistant. And shot on a white background to show the example of color balance. So that would be a correct balance with a 5,000K flash. And then I changed it. And not quite as attractive, she was kind of dead. And then this would be on the other end where it has kind of brownish used. So I just got changing a little dollars. I was shooting outside, and I came inside after a wedding. I want to shoot some decoration shots. Got this beautiful shot, all this gold and stuff. The problem is, it was white. So that's what it really looked like. I would have gave that picture to the customer. They go, where was that? So all I did, change that dial, beautiful white tones. The problem is, in real life, we have a mixed light. In here, we have light coming in from the windows. We have a spotlight, we have a fluorescent light right up there. All right, here we have a tungsten light here. We have another, we have all kinds of light coming in, so none of it's perfect. So what you have to do is figure out what is your subject. So here, of course, is the bride and groom. And I'm hitting the bride and groom with a flash. So I want to balance my flash, or my camera, to the flash color, which is 5,500. So I set it to 5,500, so she's the right color. She's wearing that beautiful white dress. And some of the backgrounds go a little towards the gold side. That's okay. But nowadays you can fix that. Because you can get this little handy little thing for your flash. So now when I shoot a picture, it shoots in tungsten color. So everything in that room is tungsten. I put this on my flash. I set my camera to tungsten, and it emits a tungsten colored light, so that all that would be white. Pretty cool. Just snaps her around in the flash. We're going to get around things. Speaking of flashes, a lot of cameras have them on there. They're kind of cool, but they're really low to where the lens is. And that's where you get your red eye. Because what the red eye actually is that flash going to the back of your retina. That's what I'm done?
Pretty soon.
Okay, real quick. All right. We have flashes. We have other flashes. We have available light. Picture taking available light just means light that's available to you. So it can be indoor, outdoor, window light, outdoor. All right, we're going to get really lucky and get all kinds of really cool. Also got to wait for the right time of the day. And And we were talking about storms, how we, even when it storms, we can take good pictures. Everybody else was in. I went to Lorain, and I took a picture that day. You go to different times of the day, different shots. But you always want to use the right lens at the right time. 2 more minutes. 2 minutes? All right. The right lens. There's a picture of a beautiful girl. I took this with my 24mm lens. And let me tell you, when I took a picture of her, I was right about there. Pretty freaky, huh? Right? You don't like that. So, I would never shoot anybody with a 24mm lens. Plus, that's what you lose. I mean, that's a huge difference. Look at her hair, look at her nose. You look at that. The only thing I did is I went and I took that 24mm lens, I popped it up, I put on my 70-200, 1-200, doing the exact same picture, same lighting, everything was exactly the same. She did not move. That's a pretty distinct difference between them. And she's going to get the fucking showing this. But, you know, I mean, I love her hair. Her hair was like this whole mess. And here it was like neat, clean, you know, it's just, you know, a much better picture. Choose the right lens for the right job. There's a whole bunch of them. Accessories, some of my favorite accessories, polarizer lens. Every outdoor picture I take, I always use polarizer, cuts clear, and will add color to the skies. Composition, just use things like blue third, putting things in key areas, by leading lines, pictures, that balance, so you have things, foreground, and background, try different angles from a low angle, perspective, repeating lines, lines leading to your main subject, and then balance in your pictures, leading lines and balance. Let's see. So cropping. If this was just a picture that I would use it with, but we framed it in this window from Tower City, it was pretty cool. Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, you should probably get it. If you can afford it, you can also get photo albums. It does most of what you do. You do fun things like put people in pictures. Take this picture I thought was beautiful and bright. Where the girl spots, oh my God, look how big my phone looks. And I'm like, I can fix that. I cropped it in. But then you want it to look like an old Western picture. So we desaturated and we added, we brightened it up, we added a little bit of glamour glow, we added a bandana around it, we added sequins onto it, and then we added more glamour glow, and then you get the final image. Very cool. You can also put people in there doing a movie, and we did a picture of a soldier. We didn't have a soldier outfit, there's no budget. So what we did, we got this guy, we put him in there, we aged the picture, and we printed the picture, put it with his supposed wife, and of course put her in a white background, then added something else. So you see how many steps it took just to get that one picture. Pretty nice. All right, I love my job because people give me pictures like this and say, hey, can you get rid of those on? Absolutely, no problem, I can do that. They said, can you get rid of the background? Sure, no problem. And I get, the super fine days. Other photographers, they may not notice that there's like people in the background, or they may forget to get a picture right by yourself. Boom, they call me up, get rid of it. And then they say, yeah, by the way, we're printing this in 30 by 40, so it has to be perfect. And I'm like, great, no problem. Just take things in nature, do fun things with them, add some cool Warhol effects, fix things, like adding grass, color code things, take a good picture, make it great, photo restoration. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, using Photoshop to thin people's noses, common mistakes. This is do with focus point. Make sure your focus point is on the people, not the background. Cameras, two angles to the camera. Don't always shoot the easy way. Don't always shoot like this. Do turn like this. And get that picture. I don't know which one's better, but I did it because I have digital cameras. I can choose many pictures that I want. Got a great picture of someone's camera on eBay. Did this in my studio, but not correct where you think. I got a piece of cloth. I got a paper plate right there in front of the window. Use a reflector, natural light. Awesome. I just got to look at the camera shade. You have to get your speed, your shutter speed, know what you're shooting, so that your shutter speed is correct. So you can freeze the image if that's what you want. Know about your color balance and what to do, because it's much better. Sometimes you don't need that flash. Anybody know what this is a picture of real quick? Wait a minute, cool. What's that picture of? Trees, yeah, picture of trees. What's the difference? What's in focus? Trees are in focus there, windmills in focus there. So whatever's in focus is kind of the subject of your picture.
It's a great picture of my wife. I balanced it because I used the green right there, so it's perfect.
Big picture, isn't it?
What did I do wrong, anybody? Yeah. Yeah, I exposed her that there, but she's in a different light and shape. What do I do to fix it? Black, right, build back. Boom, there we go. Now she's the same balance as the background. So I moved her and I took the picture again. What did I do wrong this time? I gave her antlers. So you want to make sure, look at your background, make sure that things are clear. You don't want to have things sticking out from odd places or antennas sticking out people's heads. That's pretty much it. I'm Scott Morrison, and I love my job. I love my job.